So in today's video, we're going to explain what's the difference between an audit and a forensic audit. So often you hear residents or board members saying, we want to make sure that there's been no theft. We want to make sure that everything is done correctly in the financial statements. And they feel as if an audit is going to answer all those questions. And the truth of the matter is that that is not necessarily the case. So here I want to explain what an audit does and then explain what a forensic audit does, because these are two different tools that a community association can use depending on what they're looking for. So let's start with what is an audit and who needs an audit. Community associations that have revenues of $500,000 and above will require an audit to be done annually. As a pro tip, it's important that you keep in mind that I said the word revenues. So that includes if your budget's $300,000 and you pass a $200,000 special assessment, that's $500,000. That means you would need an audit. So what an audit does is basically it's done by a CPA, a certified public accountant. And that CPA is going to review the financial statements, make sure that they're followed by the general accounting principles, GAAP, and they're not gonna dive deep into checking was each invoice paid. They're gonna do several tests within the financial statements. They'll request from the management company or from the accounting firm or from the self-managed community certain invoices to confirm that those invoices were paid, how were they paid, and so forth. So what they'll do is just make sure that the financial statements are following the GAAP standards, and then they'll do some tests throughout their way, and then make certain recommendations when it comes to the financial statements. So if you're looking for a little bit more information, typically that's when you move up to the next step. It's going to be a forensic audit. Now, the word forensic audit gets used pretty lightly within our industry. It is a report that's very extensive and it takes a lot of time. So as you can imagine, the CPA firm is going to charge at an hourly rate in order to do this. In no way am I discouraging you, your association, or your board to do a forensic audit, but I want you to understand why you would use this tool or when you would use this tool. So typically for a forensic audit, there's a couple things going on or one major thing, and these are things that are serious of nature, where you have a feeling or you believe that there's embezzlement of money, there have been mismanagement of money, in certain instances, maybe vendors being paid that haven't been paid. So it's where the association or the board feels that they need to do some deep digging into the financial statements of the association. So I hope you've learned a little bit about the difference between an audit and the difference between a forensic audit and how each tool can be used. If you're a resident and you're really concerned with what's going on with your association and you would really like a forensic audit to be done within your community, it's important that typically items are approved by the board of directors. However, we have seen instances where residents go ahead and hire a forensic auditor on their own and they cover that expense. If you're a board member and you're finding that the residents are making certain comments or the rumors being mentioned, our recommendation is to get a proposal for both and provide an explanation of what each one provides. And as a board, you probably don't even have to explain it yourself. I would bring the CPA firm in and have them explain what the difference is between a forensic audit and an audit so that they can understand the difference in price. At the end of the day, what we want here at Affinity is for board members to be as transparent as possible, provide clear financial reporting to their residents, so then that way they can eliminate those rumors or those conversations of what's happening with the association's money and let the reports really speak for themselves. If you have questions with regards to who to contact if you're interested in obtaining a forensic audit or just an audit, please reach out to us at managedbyaffinity.com. It would be our pleasure to share our Rolodex. If you're a self-managed community and you didn't know you needed to do an audit, I highly recommend you contact us. And again, it will be our pleasure to serve your residents and your community and provide you the management services that you're looking for. If you've enjoyed this video, please give us 2 thumbs up. Also, make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel as we have weekly videos coming out. I'll see you in our next video.